You talking about albums or you talking about songs?
Songs.
I think on Cuban Links 2 was slept on is the cold what is it what's it called, Mean Streets. You know what I mean, which I felt was a great record. You know what I mean. Shout out to RZA at the time. He had put that record together. You know, the hook and all of that. That record.
Why you think that record was so slept on? So like, what made it so special?
I mean, what made it special to me is because it felt like Rainy Days, like the brother to it, and it was a solid record. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of people heard it, but they really didn't get a chance to vibe out to. So you know, that's one. You know what I mean? House of Flying Daggers, it did its thing. You know what I mean? Shout out to late Jay Dilla, the incredible producer. You know, and all the producers on the album. You know what I mean? Everybody got busy from Pete Rock down to, you know what I mean, my in-house producers. Shout out BT, you know what I mean, Scram Jones, he was the MVP on the album with Kiss the Ring. You know what I mean? That was a hot record. That record I felt was good for countries. You know, that's one thing about when we make our music. You know, I may listen to a beat and say, yo, I can hear this shit out in fucking Spain. I can hear this shit out in Russia, or, you know what I mean? And that record happened to be that record that they love out there. Believe it, yo. My nigga, I tell you no lie, they love that fucking record across seas. You know what I mean? Shout out Elton John for even, you know, clearing it. You know what I mean? Which is very rare. You know what I mean? RZA put that together, and I'm very appreciative of that, though. You know what I mean? Right. But it was a few records, though. You know what I mean? That I wanted people to jump on. You know what I mean? The Jail record, Penitentiary Talk. I felt like that needed some burn. You know what I mean? The Siegel record, Have Mercy.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of great records on there, so if you really want to know, I think a lot of records was mispronounced or whatever you want to call it.
Was there a particular lyric that you spit that you felt kind of went over people's heads that you thought didn't get?
I didn't think people would bite on to Surgical Gloves the way that I looked at it. You know what I mean? Like I said, when Alchemist first played that beat, I didn't know which way to go with that fucking track. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn, like, how the fuck I'm gonna approach this shit? You know what I mean? But people loved it, and you know, I just jumped in there and did what I wanted to do.
Speaking of Surgical Gloves, Chris Webber talked about Surgical Gloves on TNT. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, I caught that. Word. That was hot right there. Shout out Chris. I know he's a producer too. So his ears, like, he has an ear. So you know what I mean. For me to sit there and see this man, you know, big it up like that, I definitely salute him though. He's definitely hip hop all the way.
Cool.